So, school's out.
Yep.
And I don't know what to do with my kids.
Well, I'm going to tell you, my youngest daughter, Casey, gave me some sourdough starter, which I was at first a little apprehensive because you're supposed to discard and feed it every single day.
What?
Yeah, it's a sourdough starter, and you feed it flour. You take some out, you put some flour in and some water every day, and you can make all kinds of recipes like pancakes, and I made cornbread the other day with it. And so anyway, I have a 12-year-old grandson who is just a brainiac, so smart. But we do a lot of cooking with our grandkids. We do a lot of baking and stuff. Yeah, we have an island, and we do a lot of every time. So I told him about this because he's real kind of sciencey too, and so he was excited. So he's 12, Rowan's 7, and I said, "What kind of recipes do you guys think?" And Rowan said he wanted to make dumplings. I'm like, okay, I've never even made dumplings, but okay, that sounds hard, but okay, let's do it. So anyway, I printed out a couple recipes. Well, Noah, the 12-year-old, took it home and made dumplings his very first recipe, and his kitchen looked like a bomb. His mom sent me pictures. She goes, I hope he gets better at this.
All right, folks. Hey, it's Mike and Jama, and this is Tuesday Talk with Mike and Jama.
Living in the 321.
Awesome. And so let's start with our first segment of 411 in the 321. Now, Jama, I want you to tell us about Del Webb, because I know you know about Del Webb.
Yeah, I toured it.
Did you? Mm-hmm. How was it?
Really, really cool. Now, Del Webb is a nationwide
I guess they should
over 55 community. They built all over the place, and I've been hearing Del Webb. It's kind of like when Costco was coming. We couldn't wait to get Costco. Yeah. Del Webb. So Del Webb is our newest over 55 community, adult community. And I forget exactly, it's either 500 or 800 acres, it doesn't really matter. But they build all kinds of homes from like a 2-2 all the way up to like a 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom. They have a model there. Sort of starts in the price starts in like the upper 300s and can go on up. But the community is pretty cool. It's a man-gated community, really large, all kind of inclusive. They've got the pickleball, the tennis, they've got the outdoor spa, the big pool. They also have a tavern where you can get a drink or have a restaurant. The restaurant will be on site as well. It's just now breaking ground, and the houses are being built now. All the models are up. And so one thing about over 55 communities, do you have to be 55 to live there?
Not necessarily. You have to have permission, though, I believe.
Well, one person has to be 55.
Right. But if you're
but like if you're married, if I was married to like a 25-year-old, I could still live there, and he could too.
Okay.
But can children under the age of 18 live there? No. So that's the caveat. So you both don't have to be 55. One of you has to be at least 55, because there's a special government assistance type rules that they have to work with to be able to be called themselves over 55 communities. So one has to be 55, the other doesn't, but nobody under the age of 18 can live in the home. They can visit, but they can't live.
Right, and it's visit short periods.
Yeah, there's all the different rules, but I'm going to tell you, we've got some really great over 55 communities here in Brevard County, and this is the newest one, and it's pretty exciting. It's out in Viera. And
you could have a drink and not get busted because you're within walking distance.
Yep, walking distance or golf carting at home or whatever. But I'm telling you, it's pretty. I'm like, I could live in one of these places. The homes are gorgeous, and everybody's fun and active, and
they are gorgeous homes.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to things to ask yourself. So you're getting your house ready to sell. What are some things that you can do to increase the value of the bucks that you're spending, if that was asked correctly?
So, when you are getting ready to sell, some people want to kind of fix it up to get the most bang for their buck, right? And but sometimes you can put money in the wrong places. I'm gonna give an example. I have a customer who owns a duplex, and he was thinking about putting some really cool pavers out in the back porch and kind of creating this like barbecue area out on his back porch. I thought that would be great. He thought it would add a lot of value because he's using it as a rental. And I said, well, listen, if you want my opinion, that is great, but that's not the top of the list that I would do, because this particular property has carpeting in the living room and bedrooms. It also has beautiful cabinets, but it still has Formica. Great shape, but it's Formica. So when we have buyers and renters that, they're looking for the stone countertops, that would probably be number one or number two, but also carpet. Most people don't want carpet when they're renting or, even to own. If they're owning it, maybe in their bedroom, but it's like new. They bought the carpet, not other lived-in carpet.
Right.
So get rid of the carpet first. Then the second would be stone countertops. Then, everything else is really meticulously maintained, but then maybe do the papers.
Right. And then, one of the things that we did whenever we were selling our houses, we framed in the mirror. And, just simple things like that add a little touch.
A little
update. Doesn't cost very much.
Are you talking about if you have some of the older mirrors have the little rust around,
right.
Not the
missing,
off or whatever.
peeling off. But we put a frame around it, made it really nice. So
that's a great idea.
Not very much money, but you get
a couple bucks.
The value of your house.
Yeah.
So, awesome. All right. So true or false? You can't get insurance in Florida if you don't have heat.
That I feel like it's a double negative, but I believe the answer is true. You cannot get insurance if you do not have heat. That is a double negative.
I know. My bad.
So no, that's all right. This is a really interesting thing because we're in Florida and it is hot.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I don't know about you, but you think AC or heat is more important here?
I would think AC.
I would think AC as well. However, the law is we always talk about living square feet as being under air, right? Under air conditioning. And no, that's not the law. No, the law is actually under heat.
Right.
Which is so interesting because who in the heck cares if we have heat? Like, how often do you turn on your heater in the year?
Just a couple times, like in January.
I don't even know. There's been years I've never even turned it on.
Yeah.
It's like, not a thing.
Yeah. Well, see, it was how I found that out. It was funny because, we're closing next week on a house. AC worked great, was pumping out some cold air.
Yeah.
Heater didn't work, and we weren't able to get insurance. So that's how I found out about this.
So that's something I bet most people don't know. And
I was thinking maybe in the old days when you didn't have AC, people survived, and then but people die when it's super.
But it's a heat source too, like adding square footage. Some people enclose their porch. Yeah. They don't add AC vents, and we used to think that meant that wasn't added square footage. But honestly, I saw a house that had a fireplace in their back porch, right? Enclosed, and because that was heat, it was counted as square footage.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was excellent. Moving on to morning motivation. I love Def Leppard.
Yeah?
I really do love Def Leppard. So
you an 80s boy?
I am an 80s kid.
That's why I like
I like
too.
Yeah. So I have a quote from Def Leppard. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Okay. So like just keep it and
just
go.
Do. And then not do, I guess, but
do.
Yeah. But do your stuff, make it happen, work hard, and then don't just fade away,
No, I agree. Yeah.
I want to go out kicking and screaming.
Me too.
So all right. Well, hey, that was today's show for Mike and Jama.
Living in the 321.
Well, you didn't let me tell you about the Tuesday Talk.
You're supposed to start with Tuesday Talk.
All right. It's Tuesday Talk with Mike and Jama.
Living in the 321.